Hello everyone, welcome to another Valheim tutorial. In today's video, you're going to learn about type create, type destroy, and types. We've covered that there are two kinds of EWP scripts. There are prefab scripts. This is one prefab entry. And then there are data scripts, like this. And this is one data entry. In this video, we're going to focus on the prefab scripts. Specifically, we're going to learn about type and types. Each prefab entry can have a completely different purpose, and its purpose is usually determined by this thing called the type. It's available in single form or plural form. First, I'll teach you single form. The most basic types are type create and type destroy, but there's actually many more types. There's create, destroy, change, state, say, command, poke, global key, key, event, time, and real time. And who knows, EWP gets new features, so by the time you're watching this video, there might be even more types. First, let's look at type create, alright? This essentially means when the prefab is made, we're gonna do something. So, what are we gonna do? Let's make it something really simple and easy to see. This is big and pink, you see this? That's super obvious. We're going to spawn this thing that you just saw. So I'm just going to add a line here real quick. Don't worry about this part. We're gonna focus on the types in this video. First, I need to off myself. All right, there we go. And then look at that, boom, the player showed up and you saw all the pink stuff. But having to off ourselves every time we want to test this isn't very realistic. So let's change it to something else, just a basic neck monster, okay? Now we're gonna save the file. And now, every time a neck is created, look what happens. Spawn, neck, boom. It makes the big cloud. As you can see, I'm just flying around, and then I see these pink explosions wherever the neck shows up. This is a really useful way to interject into the vanilla gameplay loop and add something. So you can add extra stuff or remove things after they spawn. There are a whole bunch of things that you can do with type create, but in this video, we're just going to move forward to the other types. Let's take a look at type destroy. When we use type destroy, the event will happen when the prefab is destroyed. In the case of a monster, this is when it's killed. So after adjusting the create to a destroy, let's just unfairly get rid of all of them, and as you can see, as soon as they're destroyed, the thing happens. In this case, we just spawn this visual effect. But things can get a lot more intricate than what you've seen so far. We're just spawning an effect, but you could imagine that a whole series of scripts starts running once a neck is destroyed. Now that you see the basics of a type create and a type destroy, let's look at how you can cause both of them to happen in the same prefab entry using the plural form types. Whenever you're using one type, it's just going to be type colon. However, you could do types colon, and then you need to change the format a little bit, because instead of just one, there's going to be a list of different types, okay? So we can do types destroy and types create. It might actually be worth considering always using types like this. There's no penalty for just having one entry in your types. That's totally valid. So if you learn this from the very beginning, technically that's a little bit better. It'll save you time if you want to adjust the script, because all you have to do is just add one line to it, instead of doing this part and changing this and doing the spacing. Either way, let's save this file with the two types declared as you've seen. You can probably imagine what this is going to do. Let's spawn a neck and find out. So we spawn him, alright, he makes a big pink cloud, and then we kill him and he makes the big pink cloud again. There we go. I'm gonna give you a moment now. With these mechanics that you've just seen, you can create thousands and thousands of different kinds of scripts. We're just spawning a random thing for an illustrative purpose, but it can get a lot more intricate. And as we saw earlier, type create and type destroy are only two of the possible types. The other ones at the moment are type change, type state, type say, type command, type poke, global key, key, event, time, and real time. Later on in the course, we'll learn more about these other types and how to use them. That being said, I can tell you that for Enigma Mode, the most common types that I use are type create, type destroy, type change, type say, type state, and type poke. One of the great things about Expand World Prefabs, you only need to learn maybe 1 or 2% of it, and then you can make some really interesting scripts that are quite fun in Valheim. This simple mechanic that we've made in this video is enough to completely change the progression experience. After all, you could add a progression item drop to the destruction of any monster in the game. What you could do is make it so when a neck gets destroyed, 1% of the time, it will spawn the hard antler. This is the kind of game-altering script that you can make without knowing much at all about Expand World Prefabs. You don't need to be a programmer to excel at Expand World Prefabs. For the most part, you just need to play Valheim and enjoy it and know a lot about it, or be willing to learn. But if changing progression isn't your thing, then you might just want to make some kind of loot table, because that's also an option. Instead of dropping a progression item, we could, let's say, drop coins, right? And then we could change their data so that the stack of those coins is, I don't know, 100. And then instead of 1%, let's make this 10%. So this would be 10% of the time when a neck is destroyed, drop 100 coins. Let's see if this works. We need 10 necks. All right, here we go. Here's our necks. And then we kill them all. And then boom, look at that. Ayo, we got our coins. So you could just make a whole entire loot table for anything you want in the game by just having hundreds of these entries. One of the things that's nice about Expand World Prefabs is it's remarkably efficient. If you use it effectively, it'll cause almost no overhead. Hats off to Yer for his coding skills. If you've made it this far in the series, why don't you consider joining us on Islands of Magic? Islands of Magic is a public Valheim server that I run to showcase the Enigma Mode project. Just like normal Valheim, it really thrives with a group of other people playing who are actively involved and logging on regularly. That's why I launched Islands of Magic. So why don't you try Enigma Mode out yourself in single player? And if it's something that you enjoy and you want to find some other people to play Enigma Mode with, then join us on Islands of Magic. The server launches on February 1st, 2026, so that may be in the future or in the past, depending on when you see this video. Alternatively, if you want to rent your own dedicated Valheim server, then consider using my link, JP Valheim, at Zap Hosting. Or just like this video and subscribe to the channel. I've got loads more daily Valheim tutorials. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.